Okay, YouTubers, we're going to look at my refugium pond today. It's a little trough on the side of the much bigger pond. Of course, we're getting into the colder months, so again, the pond is covered up. And I'm just checking on it because we had a pretty bad cold spell. I recently went to the pet shop not too long ago, and I was able to find a red line, long-nosed, short-tailed freshwater pipefish, and I put him in my little refugium tank, which only has plants, only has gambusia, shrimp. I call it my small, not tank, trough. I call it my small pond because everything in here is really small, and you can see there is the pipefish. A bit of a reflection because of the time in the morning that we're here. I think that's going to help enough if I move this out of the way. Oh, that just makes it worse. There he is, or she is. And there's a lot of plants in here, so this guy just spends a lot of time. Man, I really wish you could see it the way I did. It's much clearer if you're in person. Let me see if I can put this underwater. Let's see if we get a better shot there. Now, I've said it several times, the purpose of my pond is to be like a little micro ecosystem. So if I have to feed this sucker live brine shrimp and bloodworms all the time, then the pond's not serving its purpose. I have a bunch of copepods and amphipods in this pond all over the place. In the filters, they're in the there's floating duckweed vegetation, there's floating hornwort, and if I scooped up a bunch of it, you'd see all these little things roaming around. So that's what this freshwater pipefish is searching for and eating. I have not fed him anything in 2 weeks, so he's finding whatever he can find in the pond. Of course, there's a pump pumping from the main pond over here into this little trough. Then I have another pump pumping into yet another trough with some small fish, but not as small. Yeah, you know, freshwater pipefish don't like a lot of fast-moving fish that can outcompete them for food. So I have to be very careful what I put in this, what I call the micro pond. So we do have some, besides the gambusia, we also have some feeder shrimp in here, grass shrimp. And from what I've read, oh, and it is what you call Malaysian snails. From what I've read about, where did he go? From what I've read about freshwater pipefish, they'll eat crustaceans that are small enough to fit into their mouths. So there goes the amphipods and the copepods. But the shrimp I put here a year ago, and I haven't done anything with them. I just left them here, and they're still here. So I'm assuming the shrimp are breeding. So there's baby grass shrimp, there's baby fish, which I'm told that the freshwater pipefish will also eat. And oh, there he is over there. And the snails, baby snails, he will eat. Those are basically tiny little crustaceans, right? When they just hatch from eggs. So he's eating all those things are in here for him to eat, the amphipods. And if I think he's getting low on food, I'll grab some vegetation out of the big pond or take one of the filter pads out and clean it out in this, so all those little critters get in this pond. And it's completely, I mean, you need the pumps and the aeration, yeah. I did lose, apparently this water level did drop, and I wasn't paying attention. Because, you know, I have a job like everybody else, and the water level did drop, and there was very little flow to no flow. Even the air bubbler popped out, and this guy made it through all that. I do have 2 bamboo shrimp in here. I had 2 bamboo shrimp in here. One died, probably because of the, you know, water wasn't flowing, and the air pump, the diffuser over here popped out, and so the dissolved oxygen probably went pretty low. These pipefish are probably used to, you know, waters with very low oxygen because they're used to slow-moving, murky waters, I imagine, where they can normally find places to hide. The bamboo shrimp, however, need flowing water so that little particles that swim by them they can grab. So the bamboo shrimp, believe it or not, can tolerate brackish water. If you read the literature, they'll say no, but If you read old literature, it says yes. In my personal experience, I always go based on my personal experience, because literature is not always, on the up and up. It's always based on other people's personal experience and what other people have said. So when you read a lot of books, it's like, well, they reference some of the guide. So my thing is to reference personal experience and say, yep, I have had luck with up to this much specific gravity for several years and months with this particular species, and just about everything I put in this pond tolerates the salinity. I'm not sure why. I do have mangrove trees, and they do actually reduce my salinity all the time, because they take it out. They absorb a lot of the salinity. They put it in their leaves. Some of these leaves fall in the ground. They don't fall back into the pond. So my salinity is changing a lot in this pond. If I add plants, the plants obviously absorb some of the salts, the magnesium and so forth. So there it is. Let me go underwater again.